Hello. The Fairfax County Department of Transportation is pleased to present this overview of the Route 29 Active Transportation Study. We are studying a 2-mile corridor of Route 29 inside the Beltway to improve active transportation within the corridor for safe and comfortable facilities for drivers, bikers, and pedestrians. FCDOT is seeking feedback from the community on transportation improvements along this corridor. Before we get started, I would like to mention that the Fairfax County Department of Transportation provides programs and services in accordance with Title VI of the Civil Rights Act. Information is also available on our website as indicated here on this slide. During this study overview, we will provide background information, go over the purpose and goals of the study, and the steps we will follow. We will also talk about some of the existing conditions, and we'll close with our schedule and the next steps for this process. As we move along the study and this presentation, there may be some technical terms you might not be familiar with. Let's take just a moment to familiarize you with some of these terms. First, the term active transportation refers to human-powered travel, including walking, biking, and wheeled devices like scooters or wheelchairs. Multimodal transportation is used to indicate all modes of travel, including walking, biking, public transit, and driving, to improve and provide more diverse and efficient mobility options. A streetscape is the visual appearance of a street, including all its elements, like the roadway, buildings, sidewalks, lighting, plants and trees, benches, public art, and other features that combine to form the street's character. A pedestrian refuge island is a physical median in the middle of the road that provides a safe waiting area to help pedestrians cross a multi-lane road. A shared use path or trail is an asphalt trail for non-motorized use, physically separated from vehicle traffic, designed for a variety of users including pedestrians, bicyclists, skaters, and wheelchair users. Finally, a pedestrian hybrid beacon refers to a type of traffic signal that remains dark until activated by a pedestrian. They are typically installed mid-block, and they're also known as hawk signals, used to provide improvements in safety for pedestrians. This slide includes the written definitions of the terms we've just discussed. Let's now move ahead and look at the area that we are studying. The study area that we will be analyzing is highlighted in red on the map before you. It extends from I-495 in Fairfax County to Trips Run at the Falls Church and Fairfax County border, just east of South Maple Avenue. The study aims to create an environment that is comfortable to walk and bike, to help bridge both sides of Route 29 and improve access to transit, while providing awareness for drivers that the corridor is expected to accommodate all users. Let's talk about why we're conducting this study. Route 29 is a complementary roadway to both Route 50 and I-66. With capacity upgrades that recently made to I-66 and with Route 50 being a limited access roadway, Route 29 could focus on active transportation and transit use. As part of this study, we're evaluating the pedestrian and bicycle access to Route 29 and aiming to provide safe and comfortable facilities while not impacting the traffic flow. Existing transit facilities will also be evaluated to include better bus stop amenities and improved access to transit. In certain segments, Route 29 includes service lanes that are primarily designed for vehicular access, but could potentially be used for sidewalk and cycle path improvements. In summary, our goal for this study is to create a better connected network for all users by filling gaps and providing safer and comfortable facilities, improving pedestrian and bicycle activity and transit usage, increasing driver awareness towards all users, and ensuring that the community's goals and actions are aligned. Let's talk about the steps we will use to conduct this study. We are currently in the process of conducting an existing conditions analysis, which includes the assessment of all existing facilities for all users, including pedestrians, bicyclists, transit, and vehicles. Your perspective and experience is very important in this stage of the process. We would like to know your concerns based on your day-to-day travel needs, which will help us identify improvement options. We'll talk about how you can share your thoughts in just a few moments. After processing the feedback and completing the future conditions analysis, we will hold another round of public meetings with recommendations for improvements, possibly by early spring 2026. After receiving feedback, we will work on the final recommendations for the corridor. Some improvements could be identified as short-term, while others could take longer to implement. We hope to wrap up the study by fall of 2026. We see this as creating a 25-year plan for improvements, but funding availability and project prioritization will determine how long it could take to implement the improvements. This could change depending on the improvements identified as part of the study. Any recommendations like repaving and restriping, which are small-scale projects, could take less than 2 years to implement. More extensive and larger projects with substantial redevelopment upgrades may require additional resources, such as funding and staffing, and therefore take longer to complete. Here's a few quick details to know about our study area. First, Route 29 is a 4-lane roadway, 2 lanes in each direction. The study area includes 8 signalized intersections. The speed limit is 40 miles per hour when traveling westward and 30 miles per hour traveling east. The study area includes 1 Metrobus route, Route F50, with service every 30 minutes during weekdays and every 45 minutes during weekends. And the average daily traffic along the corridor is a little over 20,000 vehicles. Having a look at some of the existing conditions, we've seen things such as missing segments of sidewalks, such as this example here near the Hollywood Road intersection. At Somerville Road, you can see obstructed sidewalks with the presence of utility poles, making it difficult for walkers. At the West Street intersection, there is a crosswalk on the east leg, but on the west leg, at the southwest corner, there is a curb ramp with no crossing. Mid-block crossings, like this one at Little Falls Place, could be unsafe with fast-moving traffic. We also have the need to create better bus stop amenities. In this example, we see a gentleman waiting for the bus with no shelter, landing, or sidewalk near West Street. As we mentioned, we also have some service lanes being utilized for parking and vehicle access with potential for walking and biking improvements. Finally, this map helps illustrate the distance between crossings along the study corridor. There is a big gap of over 2,000 feet in certain segments between Hyson Road and Hollywood and West Street, and between Graham Road and Marshall Street. There is definitely an opportunity to bridge the gap between these crossings. Now let's take a look at what we anticipate over the next few months. We'll be working on our first round of community engagement through the end of this year. That will include a community survey, which is now available and will run through December 19th. We encourage you to participate and invite you to please share this information with your friends and neighbors. The survey is available from our project website listed here on your screen. You can also scan the QR code with your phone to access our project webpage. We'll also be completing our existing conditions analysis later this year. In the winter, we expect to have analysis results to share for the existing and future conditions, along with recommendations for improvement concepts with the feedback we received. We expect to conduct another round of outreach in early spring 2026 to receive feedback on the proposed recommendations. Please be sure to visit our project webpage to follow the progress on the study and see the latest information and opportunities to participate in this effort. Any questions regarding this study may be directed to Nanditha Paradkar by email, telephone, or mail using the contact information on your screen. Thank you for your interest in the project, and we look forward to hearing your comments.